In honor of our bride, would you stand, please? Step right there. Thank you. Folks, you may be seated, and welcome to the most beautiful bride's wedding. Oh my goodness, does she not look amazing, everybody? Yeah. This is a great day. And thank you. Some of you have traveled so far to be here. The bride and groom want to make sure that I let you know how much that means to them. Thank you for being here and being a part of just the perfect day. And other than this guy, you're the luckiest guy in the room right now. And so I ask, who brings this woman to stand beside this man?
Her mother and I.
Give her a hug and a kiss, please. And shake his hands. Yeah. And then you can hold her hand. I'll pass this on. Thank you so much. It's an awesome, wow, you look great. And he even turned out nice. And this is a great day. This is an awesome day. And by the way, folks, if you don't mind turning off your cell phones right now for the next few minutes, we'd appreciate it. If you don't know how to do that, maybe ask someone younger next to you. They can help you with that. Hey, it's a great day, and I know that you have been planning a lot. And when I mean that in two ways. One is the traditional sense, where you have lists of lists of lists, and you have just things going in your mind's going crazy, and I get all of that. But I think it's worth mentioning publicly that the two of you prepared for this day in another way that not a lot of couples do. The two of you have prepared for, don't you dare start crying so soon. The two of you have begun preparing your hearts and your souls for this day. And not everyone takes that as seriously as you do. You've taken it extremely serious. And I've watched you, and I've listened to you. And the two of you are extremely aware of who you are as people and as followers of God. You're also very aware and knowledgeable of who you're marrying. And those things, after 26 years of marriage, I will tell you that few things will cause more benefit than those things that you've done. And so as you stand here, you're not just marrying a handsome guy, and you're not just marrying a gorgeous girl who loves sports, which in and of itself could be enough for a lot of people. And of those two, the sports is way more valuable. Yeah, I think we all understand that. But as you stand here, I know for a fact, because you've allowed me into your hearts, you both openly allowed me in, and I have seen two people who are in it for a lifetime. And that's what makes this day so special. Now you've ruined everything.
I can't help it. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
We'll redo. I'll tell you, that is a really good example of also who you are, and what I've seen is you guys laugh a lot. You laugh at each other, you laugh at yourselves, and you have all of the things that a couple needs to last a lifetime. Judy and I have been married 26 years. Sometimes it feels like 260 years. Sometimes it feels like 26 months. And there are some days that are harder than others. And there are other days that are so easy, you just think, how could anyone get a divorce? And I'll tell you that the two of you, your awareness, your commitment, your love, no more kissing, your, and your dependency on God is going to carry you through everything. Why is it that you have filled an entire courtyard? Well, you're well loved. You're also not only well loved, but they are for you guys, and they are excited about this, and they are as confident about this as the two of you are. You wrote a letter to Russell's mom. And if you promise not to cry too, are you going to be okay? I want to read this because I think it's just well done. So I want you to hang in there with me the best you can. I think it's worth everyone in this courtyard to hear these words. Gail, I know you are looking down on us, watching from above. I've always known you were there. You see, I've known because you've been guiding me. I wouldn't be here today marrying your son if it were not for you. Thank you for saving him for me. We miss you and we'll always love you. Erin, September 26th, 2015. And that's very special. And I know the two of you love family. And do you have, not that. Nice idea. Also, the two of you have done something that you have written letters to each other, but I'm gonna save those for a moment because you've asked a couple different people to read. So we're gonna allow these readings to allow us to gain some composure. And so I think is it Catherine first who's going to read? So Catherine, there's your microphone right here. You can turn whenever you want. You've already kissed him. You can just turn, whatever you need to do.
Well, how am I supposed to read this after that? This is called A Blessing for a Marriage by James Dillett Freeman. May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements a marriage should bring. And may life grant you also patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you to know your fullness.
We're going to need to keep this closer to you. Can you
Sorry,
hold it?
I'm short.
Sorry, thank you.
A mountain needs a valley to be complete. The valley does not make the mountain less, but more. And the valley is more a valley because it has a mountain towering over it. So let it be with you and you. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you embrace one another, but not out-encircle one another. May you succeed in all important ways with one another, and not fail in the little graces. May you look for things to praise, often say, I love you, and take no notice of small faults. If you have quarrels that push you apart, may both of you hope to have good sense enough to take the first step back. May you enter into the mystery that is the awareness of one another's presence, no more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you are side by side, and warm and near when you are in separate rooms or even distant cities. May you have happiness, and may you find it making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it loving one another.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to ask Alex and Carrie to make their way up for the second and final reading. Just Alex.
Just Alex.
Thank you. Just take that off. Thank you.
Key by Richard Bach. A soulmate is someone who has locks to fit our keys and keys to fit our locks. When we feel safe enough to open our locks, our truest selves step out, and we can be completely and honestly who we are. We can be loved for who we are and not who we're pretending to be. No matter what else goes wrong around us, with that one person, we're safe in our paradise. Our soulmate is someone who shares our deepest longings, our sense of direction. We're two balloons, and together our direction is up. Chances are we've found the right person. Our soulmate is someone that makes life come to life.
Thank you. Keep facing each other. You're fine right where they're. So I'm going to summarize it by Solomon's words. He said this 3,000 years ago. I don't think he had you in mind, but I think God may have had the two of you in mind when he penned these words. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their toil. And if they fall, one will lift up the other. But woe to the one who is alone, and when he or she falls, has no one to lift him or her up. Again, if two lie down, they keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? And though a man might prevail against one who is alone, two will withstand him, and threefold cord is not quickly broken. Of course, the third is not a friend or a family member or mythology. The third is a relationship with God that is real to you, that is personal, that provides strength, that provides purpose, and provides the ability to forgive and challenge and encourage. With those things in mind, you have written letters to each other. I'll start with yours, Russell. You write, Erin, 10 years ago, I told my mom that I would continue to make her proud and eventually find someone to marry that she would have loved to have had as a daughter-in-law. Little did I know how similar you two are. There are so many of her traits that I can see in you. For instance, your ability to light up a room and make your presence known with a smile. I know you'll be tough on our kids. That's not in the near future, parents, so don't get all crazy. One thing that you do different on is your cooking ability. But don't worry, I promise to cook for you so you don't starve. Wow, that's super sweet. I love you more than words can express. These 3 almost short years have been nothing short of amazing. I remember when we first met on 12/12/12. I thought you were super into me since your eyes were so diluted. And I paid attention, dilated. Yeah, that would have been interesting. That would have been really weird. Dilated, and I paid attention in, is that sociology? Yeah. Later to find out that you had just been to a LASIK consultation, causing you to be late. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, they're so cute.
Nevertheless, we've been through a lot together. You pushed me to go out of my comfort zone, and I'm sure my family and friends would agree that it's a good change to be a little bit more outgoing, even if it is at the expense of being late to everything, which, by the way, thanks for being on time today. Yeah, it's really nice of you. Thank you. The first-hand, last time in our new life. With you, there's always something new to try and adventures to be found. You are Darren Erin, after all. I promise to tell you I love you every day and continue to marry you every morning before I leave for work. I promise to always compliment you, whether it be by saying how pretty you look or being the calm to your busy and the early to your late. I promise to put you first, even over ASU and Cardinal games. Are you sure about
The
you?
game's on. 7:30.
I promise to always push myself and discover new talents. Who would have known I could make tables and chairs or do electrical work? Just please stay away from the breaker switch next time. I feel like I can do anything with your support and your belief in me, even if I lack it myself sometimes. I promise to love, respect, and trust you, and give you all of myself, for I know that together we will build a life far better than either of us could ever imagine. Love, Russell. P.S. Crushed it. I love you the mostest. Let's give him a hand for a great letter, would you?
Yours are better than You should have read mine first.
Compared to yours, his sucks. Okay, here we go. Hey, did I just say that already? Whoa.
It's okay.
Delete.
We're breaking
It's
the rules.
it's been said by many that relationships aren't easy. I stand beside you today proving that notion wrong. Everything about us has felt effortless. Being with you is easy. You light up my life. You make me feel whole. You make everything right. When I'm in your arms, we can conquer anything. You are my rock, and I honestly do not know how I lived without you. I know in our marriage we will face some rocky waters ahead, so here are my promises to you today. I promise to learn from your ability to take one step at a time. You have always been the person that lives every day to the fullest. I've always envied that about you and vow to try my best to do the same. I promise to be more selfless as you have taught me time and time again. You've always been the person to put others before yourself. I'm here to show you that you're deserving, and every day I'll try to prove that to you, that you're the person for me. I promise to be humble. The quiet confidence you embody shines brighter than many other admirable traits, and I'll be the first to say that humility will never go out of style. And finally, I promise that I'll always be the fun-loving, crazy Darren that you fell in love with the bowling alley that night. I'll always let you calm me down and wipe happy tears. I'll always be there to show you how proud I am of the man you are and the man you have and are destined to become. Many of us know there is an angel up there guiding you and I. For that, we are blessed. I'll never know the roads that led me here to you, but God, do I know that you are my person. I could have never dreamed you up, but I'm the luckiest lady alive to say that you are it. I love you more than I ever thought I could and will be yours forever and always. Here's to the little thing called life. May I always witness it by your side. P.S. I crushed it.
I didn't have that.
Give her a hand, everybody. You can face each other. That's fine. Yeah, thank you.
Getting sick of looking
These are your promises that you are making today to each other. Russell, we'll start with you. If you answer correctly in the first round, we'll move to the second.
No pressure.
Do you promise to live together as God has ordained in holy matrimony? If so, would you say, I do?
I do.
Do you promise to love and comfort, honor and keep her in sickness and health, and plenty and want, in times of joy and sorrow, forsaking all others? Keep you only unto Erin as long as you shall live.
I do.
Do you promise to respect, honor, share your plans, your interests, your ideals and emotions through all the trials and tribulations of life, as well as the joyous times, caring for her in a lifelong commitment?
I do.
Erin, I'll ask you the same three questions. On your wedding day, do you promise to live together as God has ordained in holy matrimony? If so, would you say, I do?
I do.
Do you promise to love and comfort, honor and keep him in sickness and health, and plenty and want, in times of joy and sorrow, forsaking all others, keep yielding to Russell as long as you shall live?
I do.
Do you promise to respect, honor, share your plans, your interests, your ideals and emotions through all the trials and tribulations of life, as well as the joyous times, caring for him in a lifelong commitment?
I do.
These are your marriage vows, Russell. As you repeat them and look into your bride's eyes, everything changes here. And I don't think there's no pressure here, but I will tell you that just when you think your relationship can't get better, this will make it. Repeat after me. I, Russell,
I, Russell,
take you, Erin,
take you, Erin,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poor,
for richer, for poorer,
sickness and health,
sickness and health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
until death do us part.
until death do us part.
I, Erin,
I, Erin,
take you, Russell,
take you, Russell,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
sickness and health,
sickness and health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
until death do us part.
until death do us part.
Do the two of you have rings to exchange today?
I think so.
Just keep it. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Wow, let me just look at those for a second. They're beautiful. Is that your fingerprint? How cool is this?
We have messages in there that we don't know what they say.
Oh my gosh, these are super cool. And they're on both. Okay, so usually I talk about rings matching. Never have I been able to talk about rings that match each other as much as today. This is so amazing that you are carrying with each other every day, no matter how good or bad, no matter what state or country you're in, you are carrying the fingerprint of the soul of the person that you're married to. And you know I'm a sports fan, as the two of you are, and I'm just going to liken this as these are uniforms. And there's only two of them that match. And you have amazing friends and family, and both of you have men that you can call out in a minute. You have women that at a moment's notice would love you and care for you if needed. But then you have Russell, and then you have Erin, and it's at a whole new level. With that in mind, I want you to take that beautiful ring, and as you slip it on her finger with those things I just spoke of, I invite you just simply to repeat after me. This ring I give you.
This ring I give you.
In token and pledge.
In token and pledge.
Of my constant faith.
Of my constant faith.
And abiding love.
And abiding love.
On this day.
On this day.
And forevermore.
And forevermore.
I gladly choose you.
I gladly choose you.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
It's tight.
Do you accept this ring today, Erin?
I do.
Good. That'd be good. It'd be a bummer if you didn't at this point. As you take that ring, place it on. Yep, there you go. Right one. Repeat after me. This ring I give you.
This ring I give you.
In token and pledge.
In token and pledge.
Of my constant faith.
Of my constant faith.
And abiding love.
And abiding love.
On this day.
On this day.
And forevermore.
And forevermore.
I gladly choose you.
I gladly choose you.
To be my husband.
To be my husband. Are you ready for this? Gosh, that's hard.
Would you all pray with me? God, I thank you for a couple that you have brought together. And God, these 3 years together, they have changed each other's lives for the good. And today we move to a whole new era, one that they're not even aware of, familiar with, or can even understand. But God, our prayer, all of us in this beautiful courtyard together pray that you would allow them to grow closer, allow their love to grow deeper, and their loyalty and commitment to each other be something that's envied by everyone who watches them. Thank you for family and friends who not just cheer them on, but will be there for them no matter the situation. Thank you, God, for bringing them to this sacred ground. In Jesus' name, amen. Nothing is easier than saying the words, I love you. Nothing harder than living them day by day. The decisions that you've made today before your friends and family and God must be renewed and redecided tomorrow and every day after. But you'll never get to do that as long as I keep talking all night long. Because you love each other, you've exchanged promises and vows and rings. It is my honor to pronounce you husband and wife. Russell, you may please kiss your beautiful bride. Folks, do you love them? They're married. They're Team Reese. Stand up and give it up for them because they are married here and now. That just happened.
They walk fast.
Not one phone.
We are a little bit close. That was fun.
You're a little quick.
And, it was great.